Hello YouTube, Josh Wanning from Future-Morphs with clutch 41. It's the same male that made 2 clutches previously, but he is genetically really nice because he's amelanistic at microscale caramel sun-kissed striped. So basically you can make saffron microscale striped with him, depending on the female. But in this female, she is a hypo butter motley striped, had scaleless sun-kissed. So yeah, that was a really good match. The downside is I did not hit what I wanted to hit. The other thing is I got a surprise genetic in there from the male. So I did not know that, but now I do know, and it messes up everything even a bit more. But well, let's go have a look. So we will end with the surprise in the end. So yeah, what could you expect? Well, amelanistics of course, because it's from an amel to an amel pairing. So this is male number 1. And yeah, it's amelanistic, 100% head caramel, hypo, motley or striped, and possible head microscale or scaleless and sun-kissed, and the surprise gene that I will tell you about later. This is male number 2. And we have 2 females as well. Oh. Camouflaged female number 1. Plop. And female number 2. Then we go to some butters. So caramel amelanistic, male number 1. Out of the 3 males, this is male number 2. And male number 3, which has a funky head pattern, but it's not a sun-kissed, so, or a saffron, so probably, yeah, it's sometimes, not always, so don't quote me on this, but often, or sometimes, depending how you look at it, head sun-kissed does show up in the pattern in head babies. So it could be that this is a head sun-kissed, but on paper it is just a 66% possible head. Then we have a male butter motley striped. We also have some stripes in there, so if you like sun-kissed striped or yeah, anything in these parents, then these could be for you. This is a male amelanistic striped with really yeah, beige colors almost, because this looks a little bit more normal. This is a female number 1. Female number 2. They are like nicely striped, as you see, like all the way to the tail. Then we have a male butter striped, which is not amazingly striped until the tail. And we have a female saffron, so that's a, show your head. So that's a butter sun-kissed, female, head motley or striped, head blah blah blah, everything I told you before. And then we have some surprises, because this was in there. So the male comes from Sami snakes, and I asked him, hey, do you know if Enery could be in the line? And he said, yeah, I also found it. So the female from me had Enery and or lavender. So yeah, turned out there was definitely Enery in there. So this is a female snow motley striped, maybe caramel, because a caramel snow is really difficult to see in hatchlings. If they get older, they get way more yellow, but yeah, there is a little bit color in the neck now, but not enough that I dare to call this a, yeah, a xanthic snow. So a xanthic snow is a, or xanthic snow, maybe in America. But yeah, I cannot say for sure. Then we have this male, which is pretty cool. If it was a female, I would have kept him, because it is definitely a sun-kissed snow striped. But this is pretty yellow, especially like the ground color in the neck and the beginning of the body. So this could very well be, well, you could call it a sun-kissed snow caramel striped, or you could call it a saffron Enery striped or so. And it is post-head microscale or scaleless. So yeah, basically, yeah, there's a lot going on, but yeah, it is a male. And I kept another male out of the clutch. So there were 2 microscalers, so that was a quite low odds, because you would expect 1 in 4. 1 I'm keeping because it could be, yeah, that there's also caramel or something in there, but yeah, genetically he is basically like this. So this is a male microscaleless snow, for sure. It could be also caramel, but it is, like I said before, it's really difficult to see in snows. And it has a strange head pattern, focus on the head, with the really tiny stripes, also on the, yeah, on top of the head, but also towards the cheeks. So it could be sun-kissed. But yeah, it's not really obvious. The body pattern is pretty normal if you ask me. So I don't think it's a sun-kissed, but yeah, it could be. And otherwise it's a 66% possible at sun-kissed. So yeah, even if you would get a male microscalar snow het caramel hypo, motley or striped and possible at sun-kissed, yeah, you can go a lot of ways with him as a breeder, of course. So like I said, the one I'm keeping is basically genetically the same, but yeah, maybe a bit more chance for caramel or sun-kissed. But well, who will know? I will tell you in 2 years when I breed with him. See you next time.